All right, folks, welcome back to Brisket Medic. Today we've got a special treat for you. I'm going to be doing competition style jailbird chicken in the backyard. Now it's going to be key that we have the right utensils for this. So we're going to be starting off with some great charcoal. I'm using Texas oil dust, lump charcoal oak. This is some handcrafted charcoal from here in Texas. A buddy of mine, Aaron Leslie, owns the company, does a great job, has a great product. We're going to be starting off with some of that. We're going to throw that in our slow and sear on our Weber just so that we can have a 2-zone fire. Once we get our slow and sear filled up, we're going to throw in just a couple of chunks of wood. You don't want to over smoke chicken. It can happen very, very easily. I'm going to throw 2 small chunks of pecan in. We're doing jailbird style on this chicken, and we're going to split it in half to get those great lines on it, and you're going to see why we don't do them both at the same time here in a minute. After you have them split up, we're going to go ahead and season the bottom side only. We're not going to season the top because we don't want any of our seasonings to burn and have a bitter flavor when we throw them onto our grill grates. After we get these split up, we're going to go ahead and inject them. Now I'm going to use a combination of orange juice and chicken broth, and we want to ensure that we get a lot of flavor inside of this chicken because we're not going to season the top side until after we sear it on our grill grates. So we want to ensure that there's a lot of flavor with every single bite. We're going to set a timer for 1 minute. Close the lid up, leave it alone. After 1 minute, we're going to pick this up, flip it over, put it on our indirect side of the griddle, and see how good our lines are. That's why we only do them one at a time. Maybe we need to leave it on there for 1.5 minutes. Maybe it needs to be on there for less than a minute. We don't know. So we're experimenting. We're using that first one as kind of a test piece, and it's still going to taste great. We see that the lines are decent, but they're not as great as they could be. So on this next one, we're gonna slap it on there and we're gonna put it on for 1.5 minutes and go from there. After 1.5 minutes, we've got them both onto the indirect side, and so it's time to go ahead and hit them with a little bit of oil and some more Uncle Steve's Gator Shake. We're going to let that cook for about 20 minutes before we come out and check on it. And when we do, every 20 minutes, we're going to hit it with butter and check temperature. After about 1 hour and 20 minutes, these things are sitting right around 140 degrees, and it's time for us to glaze. Now, you can glaze with anything that you like. Personally, I love Head Country barbecue sauce, and I usually mix in a little bit of jalapeno glaze from my buddy Big Wick. I'm all out of that stuff, well, because I had a competition and I used it. I like to get it all sauced down. This will make your grill very messy and dirty. You may want to put a pan or something on the bottom of your grate just to catch all this, but get them nice and glazed down. And I do this every 5 to 10 minutes until my internal temperature is 155 to 160 degrees. These chickens took about 1 hour and 40 minutes to cook. So I'm guessing that grill was sitting right around 260, 275 degrees, and that's going to ensure that we have a good, juicy, tender chicken, but also a nice crispy skin too. I can't wait to dig into these things. They look outstanding. And well, let's cut in. All those juices running out. That's a lot of that injection that we put in there. It's gonna be good. Very juicy. Ooh, yeah. A little bit of A little bit of dark meat there. I'll probably taste that one. Easy to cut through. Golly, look how juicy that is. Man, that's good. All right, let's try a little bit of this. Beautiful, juicy chicken, competition style, right here in your backyard. Jailbird chicken. That's outstanding. The citrus in the orange juice works so good together with Uncle Steve's Gator Shake. You're not going to be upset about that. See links down below where you can find the Texas Soil Dust Charcoal, Big Wick's Pepper Glaze, and of course Uncle Steve's Shake. Make sure you hit that like button. You subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with a friend. If they're wondering how you get those stripes down on your chicken, this is it. This is good, guys. Thanks. Drink more water. I love you. So juicy. That's good.